in the SEO title. Now we're going to move on to create the actual content of this blog post. And I'm going to show you how to use a method with ChatGPT, the AI tool. And this is going to make creating the blog post very, very easy and very, very quick at the same time. And don't worry, we're not just going to ask ChatGPT to create a blog post and then just copy and paste in the entire post. We're going to do this step by step for each of the topics that we want to add. And this way we still have a lot of control over the blog post and a lot of quality control as well. And we can change whatever we don't like. But we more so use ChatGPT as a writing assistant as just a copy and paste tool. So I'm going to show you the method that I use and the prompts that I like to use to create the blog content. So we're going to go to ChatGPT, and the first thing that I would highly suggest you do is get the ChatGPT Plus version, which is like $10 or $20 a month. But it's going to be so worth it in the end, because that's going to enable you to be able to use ChatGPT 4, which is so much better compared to ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free version. I've been using both of them, and I've noticed that the content output of the GPT 4 is so much better. The quality is so much higher that it's totally worth it to spend a bit of money. Now, maybe when you watch this video, the GPT 4 version is going to be free already, or there's already going to be GPT 5, so probably this would be then even better. But for now, I would upgrade and then use GPT 4 for creating your blog content as a writing assistant. And then what I've also done is in the folder, the Google Drive folder that you find in the description, when you click on affiliate blog post templates and then go to ChatGPT prompts, I've created some prompts that you can use for creating a comparison blog post. So when you click on this Google Doc, you can see the first prompt, second prompt, and so on. So this is just a step-by-step checklist, basically, how you can start creating your content. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. So first of all, we want to create the post outline, which is what you can see here. So let me just delete all this. We keep this in mind that this is kind of the structure that we want to use. So let's just delete all this. All right. And then let's first copy this first prompt. And here, what you see in these brackets in yellow, this is what you want to replace with your focus keyword, your target keyword. So let's just copy this. And then we're going to go to ChatGPT, choose GPT-4. Then we're going to paste that in here. And before we hit enter, we want to replace the placeholders. So let's go here, and we're going to go to our focus keyword. So this one here, MailerLite versus Active Campaign. So this is our keyword. So I'm just going to copy it from here and then paste that in to the target keyword here, and then also here, and then hit enter. And this will give us all of the categories that we can compare these two email marketing tools with. And based on my own experience, these are actually great topics to compare email marketing softwares like pricing, email marketing features, automation, design and user interface, templates, landing page builder. These are all things that people are actually looking for when deciding what email marketing tool to use. And that's why you should use GPT-4 because it's a lot better than GPT 3.5 in my opinion. Now you can either just copy and paste all of these categories that you want into your post and then format them as an H2. Now I'm going to experiment something here. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to actually do that for me. So I'm just trying something here. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to just give me the titles. So this here, and then format them as an H2 so I can just copy and paste them into my WordPress blog post editor. Now I've never tried this before. So let's see what happens. All right, so it actually works, but I had to give it another prompt. So the first thing that it came up with is just the H2 formatting here, but it still had these numbers in front of it, so it didn't work. So I just asked ChatGPT, please remove the numbers in front of the titles. And then it came up with this here. So I can just copy all of these titles here, then copy and then paste that in here. And there we go. Now we can see when we click on these titles, it's already formatted as an H2, which again saves us some time. So the next thing I would do is just look through all of these titles and that they're actually relevant and make sure I'm going to delete the ones that I don't want to cover in my blog post. But just to save some time, I'm going to skip this step. And to be honest, this all looks quite well anyway. So I'm going to leave it. The only thing I'm going to do is delete the introduction part because we're just going to add the introduction after the title right here as a paragraph without an H2 title. And in the next step, we're going to create the content for each of these H2 titles. And we're going to start with pricing structure. So let's go back to our prompts here. And this would be prompt 3. There's also prompt 2 asking for potential titles for this blog post. I've already set the title, as you can see here, because it's pretty obvious the title that I'm going to use. So I don't need this for now, but I'm going to use this prompt here. And you can experiment with these prompts. You don't need to just type in exactly what I give you here. This is just an idea, so you know kind of how this would work, and then you can refine it to your own process. But I'm going to just copy this one and then paste that in here. It's basically asking for the content for a specific topic, and then I'm going to paste in that topic here. So copy, paste that into this bracket. And then I also always ask to make sure the focus keyword is included so that it's actually optimized for this keyword. Then click enter. And I also asked ChatGPT to tell me where it would make sense to add images or graphics that would increase the quality and readability of the actual content. Now here we can see we have a network error that sometimes happens with GPT or ChatGPT. So all we got to do here is click on regenerate response and hopefully it will work. Okay, great. So it worked on the second try. And as you can see, here is the content that it has written up for us for the pricing structure for MailerLite and ActiveCampaign. Now, what I would suggest you do is actually read through the content and see if it's actually good. In my experience, it's actually quite good and it's mostly accurate. You want to check if all the numbers are true. Like for example, here it says this plan allows up to 1,000 subscribers for essential features. You want to make sure that this is actually true, because sometimes it can be wrong or it can be outdated. So you want to make sure it's actually up to date. But let's say we've done that. So let's just copy all this content and copy and then paste that just below the actual title here. And we can see it's automatically using an H3 for the subtitles here. When we click on it, it says H3 and the rest is a paragraph. And we can also see right here in italic, this is where the image suggestions will be, because we've asked ChatGPT to give us some suggestions of what images we could add, what graphics we could add to improve this content. And this is really useful in my experience because it's just making the entire process far easier and more streamlined. So I actually add all of the graphics and images at the end. The first thing I do is just add all the text. So now we can move on to the second category, which is email marketing features showdown. So again, we do the same thing. We go to the prompts and copy this prompt right here, copy, paste that in here. And then we want to replace the topic. So now we're going to use this topic here, actually this one, and paste that into the topic. And then just again, hit enter and it will start writing up the content for the second category. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm not just going to copy in all of the content for all of these titles here. Let's just say we've already done that and we're ready to add the conclusion. In this case, I would move on to prompt 4, which is pretty simple. You can just also type it in. Now write the final part of this blog post, the conclusion. So I just paste that in here and hit enter. And what you also want to make sure is to keep the same window open here on ChatGPT, just because this tool remembers everything that came before. So it's kind of like talking to a person that remembers what you're saying. And it's going to make everything a lot more coherent in case you go back and forth with ChatGPT. Like you say, maybe rewrite this in a more casual way and stuff like that. So make sure you do everything here in one tab to make sure all the content is coherent. Great, so now we have our conclusion. Again, proofread it and then copy and paste that in. Make the changes that you want to make. And next thing we're going to do is go to the prompts, and this would be the intro. So I always go with the intro last because I want to have, I want ChatGPT to have all the information. And before, first of all, writing the conclusion, we have to cover all the topics first, and then the intro at the end. So I'm going to copy this part and then paste that in here. So please write the intro. And here I also ask to make the focus keyword to add this in the first part for SEO purposes. Great. So let's copy and paste this intro and paste that just below the title. So just below here. And this will also be the part that Google reads as the meta description for this post. So when we look at this preview here, we can always see the preview content, which is right here, choosing the right email marketing platform. And then you can see this is the part of the intro that we have added. Now we can also click on edit snippet and change that here under description. But what we want to make sure is to use our focus keyword in the first sentence basically, so that we can actually get a green check mark here. The focus keyword was not found in the SEO meta description. This is why in this case, I would go back to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, please use the focus keyword in the first sentence, just for SEO purposes. And then ChatGPT will rewrite this intro for you to add the focus keyword in the first part. As you can see here, it adds it MailerLite versus active campaign. So let's replace the intro, copy, and then paste. And now we can see this now turned green. The focus keyword was used inside the SEO meta description. And you can also see for the SEO score here, we are at 61 out of 100. So we're definitely on the right track. We have now also added all of the text content. And the next step would be to add a few images. So in this case, what I would do is just look at all of the image suggestions that ChatGPT gave us. Usually they do make a lot of sense. So for example, here under MailerLite pricing, it gives us the suggestion to add a breakdown graphic of MailerLite's pricing tiers. What we can do here is just do a screenshot of MailerLite's pricing. So let's go to MailerLite and then just go to their website, then go to pricing. And then we would just take a screenshot of the pricing here, accept cookies, then take a screenshot. Then let's go back to our editor here and we can just drag in that image just below where it says right here. And now we have the image inside of the blog post. Now we can actually delete this suggestion here. And now when we go to the SEO checklist and look at the additional points, then we can see here, add an image with your focus keyword as an alt text. So this is what you always have to do when you add an image. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go and click on this icon here, go to settings, and then we're going to click on the image. And then here is the box where you can add the alt text, which is where we want to add our focus keyword, which is MailerLite versus active campaign. And I usually do the actual image. So this would be MailerLite pricing. But still, we do have the focus keyword here in the alt text, which is important for SEO. And you would do exactly the same thing for the other images. So here we could add a breakdown or a screenshot of the active campaign pricing. Also go to the alt text and change it to MailerLite versus active campaign pricing. Now let's save the changes we've done so far by clicking on Save Draft. We don't want to publish it just yet because it's not finished. And then let's go back to our rank math checklist. We are currently at 65 out of 100 points for SEO. So we do still have a few things to look at. Under basic SEO, we can see the only thing that is not perfect is the content length, but that's just because we haven't added the content here for the other categories. So this would be fine if we add all those. Then under additional, we can see the keyword density could be higher. Now, keyword density just means how often you use your focus keyword in your blog post. I wouldn't worry about that too much because if you use your keyword too often, then it can be classified as keyword stuffing and you'll get penalized by Google for doing that. So I would just use it naturally and don't worry about it too much, but still make sure you use it wherever it is applicable. Then we can see the URL is 98 characters long. So that's definitely something we want to fix. So let's go scroll up, click on edit snippet. And then here we want to make sure we have a nice permalink. So as you can see here, MailerLite versus ActiveCampaign 2023. And this is far too long. So what I would recommend is to even get rid of the 2023, because you want this blog post to basically live on as long as possible, forever optimally. And you don't want to have an old date here in the URL when, let's say, it's 2025 already, because once you've published that blog post, it's very, like, you can't really change the URL here. So what I would suggest you do is just MailerLite versus ActiveCampaign, and that's going to be the entire permalink. Then let's close this window and scroll down again. And now we can see the URL is 54 characters long, which is great. Then the next thing is link out to external resources. Now, usually that happens naturally inside of your content. Whenever it makes sense to link out to another resource, then you can put in those links, make those do follow links. So when you, for example, here add a link, and then you just paste in that link. Now, whenever you add an affiliate link, which is what we're going to talk about just in a bit, then you want to set this to a no follow link. That's also just for SEO purposes. But if you just link out to other valuable resources, you can just paste in the link and then hit enter. And then this will also turn green here. And this is basically the same thing. Add do follow links pointing to external resources. And then the next one, add internal links in your content. This would just be links to other blog posts, which also naturally happens once you have some more blog posts. For example, for this article, at the end, we could talk about alternatives and then link to our other comparison posts or our other email marketing tool reviews to our other blog posts. And then this will turn green as well, which also helps SEO. The focus keyword is fine. Then we have Content AI. Now, this is a tool you could use with Rank Math. So this is just this over here. We could just click on research. And here it just gives us some more suggestions of keywords that we could use. Like, for example, here it says that we should be using also the keyword ActiveCampaign versus MailerLite, which definitely makes sense because that's the same content. It's just the words or the terms here switched. So these could be useful suggestions as well. So here you would just go in and then just turn around the words. So you also cover this. And when people search ActiveCampaign versus MailerLite rather than MailerLite versus ActiveCampaign, your content has a higher chance of actually showing up in the search results. Then you also have some other things that people are searching that you could implement naturally in your content. Great, so let's go back to our SEO checklist and then let's go to additional. We've talked about all these. We've used the Content AI, title readability, everything looks good here. Then content readability. Here they suggest using a table of contents plugin. This is just especially useful for longer posts, which this one definitely looks like it's going to be a longer post. And what you could do is just hit enter here, and then you could click on the plus icon here and then type in Rank Math or table of contents. And then if you have installed Rank Math, you're going to have access to this here. Click here, and this will just add a table of content for your blog post. And then when people click on each of these links here, it will go directly to the content just below here. And you can also hide specific links. So for example, here I would only show the H2 heading. So for all the H3s, I would just hit this eye icon and make sure this is disabled. So then people will only see the H2 headings. Otherwise, it will just be too large, this entire section. And the last point on the checklist is your content contains images and or videos. So once we add a few more images, then this would definitely turn green as well. And along with some links and also some more content, we would be pretty close to an SEO score of 100. And now in order for us to actually make money with this blog post, we also need to add our affiliate links. Now you don't absolutely need to add your affiliate links just when you're starting out with a new site and new posts, because you probably don't get any traffic yet. So what you can do is just wait until you get some traffic and then spend the time signing up to the affiliate programs and adding all the links. But I'm still going to show you how to actually do it. So the easiest way to find the affiliate programs for the tools or products that you are writing about is just to go to the product itself. So for me, this would be MailerLite, and then go to the official website. And then you always, when you're on the website for whatever product or tool, you just want to scroll all the way down. And that's usually where you can find a link saying affiliate or partner. So here it says become a partner. So we're going to click here. And then we can see they have affiliate partners and you can get a 30% commission for every sale that you make. Then you want to just click here, click on get started. And this is where you want to basically click on register. So sometimes it's going to be hard to get accepted into affiliate programs if you don't already have an established website that at least gets some traffic. So you might need to wait until you have a site that is a bit more established until you get accepted to all these programs. But if you send them a good message and say that, show them your website and show them that you have quality content, they're going to be very likely to accept you into their affiliate program. Now, personally, I am an affiliate for MailerLite, so I already have a dashboard with them. And so this is going to be what it looks like once you are an affiliate with them. Obviously, this is just an example. I don't suggest you promote MailerLite necessarily, but it's going to be a dashboard for any affiliate program that you're in. Sometimes it's also an affiliate network where there's multiple affiliate programs in the same dashboard, but for MailerLite, it's just a separate dashboard. So usually what you want to do is just look at where your affiliate link is. So here it says share your link to refer people to MailerLite. So here you can see this is my personal affiliate link. So here we would just want to click on copy URL. And by the way, you can always see that it's an affiliate link when it just have these weird characters here. So here you can see /A, and then you can see this code here. This means that this is a tracking link. And whenever somebody clicks on that link and signs up to MailerLite, I will get credit. And as you can see, I already made over $26,000 with this particular affiliate program, with over 6,000 users that I referred to this email marketing tool. So let's copy the URL here. And then let's go back to WordPress. And then what I recommend is before you add the affiliate link by just highlighting the word and then adding the link here, I would suggest you actually use a plugin called Thirsty Affiliates to cloak your affiliate link to make it look a lot nicer than what you can see here. So what we're going to do is first save draft. Then we're going to go back to our WordPress dashboard here. And we're going to install this plugin. So we're going to click on plugins and then click on add new. Then we're going to look for Thirsty Affiliates. And it's just this first one here. So let's click on install now and activate. Close this. And now we can go to Thirsty Affiliates here. Click on add new affiliate link. Then I'm going to name this MailerLite. And then under destination URL, we're going to paste in our affiliate link. And then what we also want to do is go to link options, and then we want to make this a no follow link. So we're going to turn this to yes, no follow this link, and then also make this open up in a new window. Yes, right here, and then click on save link. And now we can actually use this cloaked URL, which is a lot nicer. It says medicsreviews.com/recommends/MailerLite. So let's just copy this link, then go back to our blog post, go to posts, click on the blog post. And then in terms of where you want to add your links, you don't want to add them every time you mention MailerLite. What I like to do is just add them like the first time I mention it. So for example, here, I want to add the link. So click here, and then I usually also set this to no follow and open in a new tab and then hit enter. And there you go. Now we have this as a link where the first time we mention this platform. And the second way to add your links is to add them as a button wherever it makes sense. So definitely at the end of your article, for example, you want to add the buttons. So let's click on the plus icon here and then type in button. And then we just click on the button and then we type in, let's say, try MailerLite, and we're going to click on link. And we're also going to paste in our link from Thirsty Affiliates. There we go. And then we can also make this text, or actually let's align this in the center, items in the center like this. And then we can click on the plus icon again and add also a try active campaign button. And then obviously also add these affiliate link for the ActiveCampaign tool here. Now, if you're wondering how to change the color of this link right here, I'm also going to show you how to do this. So first of all, let's click on Save Draft, and then let's go to Preview in a new tab. And this will show us how the blog post currently looks like on our page. And to change the color here, we want to click on Customize, then go to General Options, General Styling, and then here under Link Color, we can change the actual color. So let's change this to, let's say, an orange, maybe a bit darker, kind of like this. And then I'm going to make the hover color just the same as the normal one. So just paste in the color code. And there you go. Now we have these kind of orange links in the blog post. Let's click on Publish. And then we can close this page and go back to this editor. Now, when we reload the page, we should be able to see the changes here as well. And now there's a few more things we need to do to finish up this post. Like, for example, we need to add a featured image, which will be shown just above the title here. And we can add that right here when we click on this icon and go to Post. And then just below here under Featured Image, this is where we can add our featured image. Now you can go to sites like Pexels here to get some copyright-free images, or you can also go to Unsplash. I'm going to leave all these links in the description below. Here you can also get some free images that you can use. Make sure to download the medium option here. Otherwise, it will just take too long to load your blog post, which will hurt your SEO rankings. You always kind of want to make sure that your image files aren't too large on your page. But in terms of this post here, I would actually create a custom image, feature image for this, like a MailerLite versus ActiveCampaign image, just to show visually what this blog post is about. And the best tool to use to create this image is actually canva.com. So I'm going to quickly show you how I would create a featured image that I'm going to use here. So I usually type in whatever I want to create here. So for example, this would be a versus image. So I'm just going to type in versus here, and then I already get some of these pre-made designs that I could just use. So let's just take this one here, click on customize this template. Then the size or the format that I use for the featured images is an 800 times 500 pixels image. So I click on resize here, and then I change that. So I'm going to go to 800 and then 500 here and click on resize. And this will resize the ratio of this image. Then I obviously want to just delete all of the images here, all of the graphics, and add a MailerLite graphic and then an ActiveCampaign graphic at the bottom. So first, let's just turn this, make this horizontal, drag this out. And then I usually download the logos. I've already done that to just speed up this video a bit. And I've downloaded a MailerLite logo. I've just going to put that right here. And I've also downloaded an ActiveCampaign logo. Going to put that right here. And now we obviously also want to change the colors. So what I like to do is just go to the website, and then to get the exact color of the website that I'm on, I use a tool called Colorzilla. This is a Chrome extension. You'll find the link also in the description below. And once you install this, you get access to this icon here. Then you can just click on Pick from Page, and then you can hover over any color that you see on the page. So I just use this green that I can see here in the logo. Then it will copy the color code to your clipboard, which then I can just come back here, click on the color I want to paste that in, go to color, click here, and then I just paste in the color code in right here, and that will put in this branded green to the background. Then for this background, I'm just going to change it to this blue. And with Canva, you already get the colors that are in your graphic. So I can just choose it from here. And there we go. So this is how I really quickly create a featured image for this kind of post. Now to download this image, I just click on Share on the top right, go to Download, and then just click download here. And then we have it saved in the download folder. And now to add it to the featured image, we're going to click on set featured image here. And I'm just going to drag this in, the image that I've just created, click on set featured image. And there we go. Now let's click on save draft. And to see how this looks like, we can click on preview preview in a new tab. And now we can see we have the featured image here at the top, and then we have the content just below. What we also want to do is add a category for this post. And we can also do that here when you click on this button and then go to post. Here under categories, we can see currently it is under uncategorized. So we only have one category so far, which is affiliate marketing. So I want to add a new one for email marketing. So I'm just going to add this here, email marketing, and then click on add new category. And then I'm going to untick the uncategorized option, click on save draft. And an additional way to organize your content is by using tags. So when you go to tags here, you can basically add relevant tags like, let's say, email marketing, or also email tools. So whatever is applicable to the type of content. So now we're pretty much ready to publish our new blog post. One thing I like to do is go back to the SEO checklist and go through all of the checkpoints here and make sure everything is optimized before I go ahead and publish the post. And then another thing I like to do is, first of all, save this as draft and then click on preview in a new tab, and then just read through the blog post again myself, make sure all the images are correct, make sure everything is displayed correctly, make sure all the links here work and go to the correct page. And once that's done, we are pretty much ready to publish this post. To publish the post, we just need to click on this button here, publish, and then confirm publish. And now the post is live on the website, and you also notice that the publish button has changed to an update button. So we can always come in here and make any changes and update our blog post. Then we can click on update, and then the changes will be visible on the actual website. So let's quickly go to our website. So let's go back to the dashboard, click on visit site here, and then we can see now this blog post is live on the website. It's visible right here. It's also visible here under blog. This is the first blog post. We can click on it, and then we can basically read it.